What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider, back at it again with another video. And today I'm gonna be previewing the Raiders versus the Indianapolis Colts. Today, the Raiders are coming right off of their bye week, coming into this game. You know, we did take a really sad loss against the Seahawks in London, but hopefully we bounce back this week against the Indianapolis Colts, another team that's looking for a victory as well. We're both kind of in the same boats, but we only got one win, so that's the only difference here. And it's going to be a tough matchup because every single game is going to be a tough matchup for this Raiders team, especially after big news coming out this week with us trading away Amari Cooper. And not only that, Beast Mode going into the IR. So what is this Raiders identity gonna look like in this game? I do not know. It's something that we just basically gotta watch out for this Sunday and see how everything goes out. Whether it's Derek Carr coming back this game and bouncing back and showing the whole NFL that he's still one of the best quarterbacks out in the league, or do we just plummet and not play hard? I don't know. But with that said, Raider Nation, I just want to get straight into this matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to be playing in Oakland. We're finally going back home. Thank you, Jesus. After all these road games and just us playing in London, it just feels good to finally be back in the Bay Area. We don't have Amari Cooper. We don't have Beast Mode now. So likes of Jalen Richard and Doug Martin and even Jordan Nelson and Martavis Bryant has to step up in this game. Even key pieces like Jared Cook and Derek Carr. I know this whole week has just been a debacle. Everybody just bashing on our team, especially NFL analysts that don't know what the fuck they're talking about and just criticizing our quarterback. But shout out to Lee Smith, our tight end, for backing up our quarterback, because I don't know who else would have said it, because everybody just bashing Derek Carr. Some odd reason like he's the worst quarterback in the league, and he's not. He's having a bad year. I understand that. And a lot of blame is going to go on him. But he's by far not the worst quarterback in this league. But let's hear what Lee Smith has to say.
All these reports about this locker room being fractured with Derek Carr is the most obnoxious and ridiculous thing I've heard. It's to the point to where it's comical and laughable that I'm even sitting here talking about it. Us as players have zero issue with Derek Carr. He is our leader. He's always been our leader. We put a C on his chest for a reason, along with Rodney Hudson. Regardless of what face he makes after a tackle or what everybody wants to dive into and wear him out about, attacking his character or attacking him as a leader on this football team is a joke. I hope that everyone hears me loud and clear of what a joke it is. It's frustrating, it's annoying, and it's laughable and not fair to him when it's obviously not coming from inside this locker room. Coach Gruden had a lot of expectations coming in. We had a lot of expectations coming in. I understand that those two guys take most of the bullets. Those two can definitely handle it. If anybody can handle it, it's Derek Carr, based off of the person he is and the character he has. But to ever insinuate that there's an issue inside this locker room with our leader and our captain is the biggest joke I've ever seen. And I've been around this league my whole life. It was Tony Gonzalez and James Harrison and a couple other guys, and hell, they were talking about his religious beliefs and his political views and all kinds of crazy things that have no relevance inside our locker room and inside our brotherhood. So the fact that, you know, unfortunately, that was the one time I actually saw some of the stupidity was because my wife was watching it, because she's a woman and she loves Derek. So she listens to the nonsense and asked me about it. Unfortunately, I had to bear through 6 minutes of the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Man, that's some real words right there. Shout out to Lee Smith for having Derek Carr's back and just telling the media that this is all bullshit. Everybody's still a part of this team. The media is just trying to break this all up. And that's what really pisses me off, is just seeing every single news analyst or media out there just basically going after the Raiders. I know we're an easy target, especially with John Gruden. And even with this trade that we got this first round pick for, I believe the whole Raider Nation knows that we got a huge steal against the Cowgirls. You know, we got a first round pick for Amari Cooper. Like I said in my previous video, that I do like Amari Cooper. I don't hate Amari Cooper, but he has a lot of inconsistencies, and the fact that we got a first round pick for Amari Cooper, I believe we won that trade. And a lot of these analysts before this whole trade, they were bagging on Amari Cooper, saying, oh, he drops too many balls, he has stone hands, oh, he's not gonna be a really great wide receiver in this league, he just hasn't proven it. And then when he goes to the Dallas Cowboys, all of them wants to say that the Raiders lost this trade, basically saying the Raiders lost this trade, which is bullshit, because we know we trade raped them. But they want to go out and say, oh man, the Cowboys, oh man, Amari Cooper, man, they got a #1 wide receiver. Well, how can the Raiders let go of a young wide receiver like this that's in the peak of his prime? He's one of the top wide receivers in the league. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, Moving on with this week against the Indianapolis Colts. Key players to look out for in this game. Number one, if it isn't obvious already, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, after coming off of an injury-plagued season last year and not playing the whole season, he's looking to bounce back this year, and so far he's been good. He's been racking up the stats and getting touchdowns and, trying to build more rapport with this whole team. And don't get me wrong, Andrew Luck is still one of the best quarterbacks in this league. He's just finding his footing, and we cannot sleep on Andrew Luck, especially the rapport that he has with T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, who's coming off an injury a couple weeks ago, still the #1 wide receiver for the Colts. So he's another great receiver that we got to look out for. Garyon Conley, you got to look out for him. Leon Hall, or whoever is out there covering receivers. We got to cover T.Y. Hilton, and not to forget Eric Ebron, their tight end, who's been balling out this season. One of the biggest acquisitions in free agency, has been a real great weapon for Andrew Luck. So watching out for those two big pass catchers in Eric Ebron and T.Y. Hilton, we just really got to cover them well, not let them execute any big plays or score on us if we want to win this game. And we cannot forget their backfield. Marlon Mack having a big game last week. Marlon Mack coming off of a big game last week, looking to continue that this week. We just got to stop the run. We got to find a way to stop the run. Marlon Mack and even Nyheim Hines, that running back by committee over there, we cannot sleep on. And we got to basically put pressure on that run game and put pressure on Andrew Luck, and also stick T.Y. Hilton and Eric Ebron. So I believe those are the key players of the game for this game. And you cannot forget that defense. That defense is a big liability. I believe their biggest weakness is that defense and that defensive line. So we got to execute and hopefully ball out against them. I'm hoping Derek Carr can come out and just ball out this game. Now moving on to the next segment, which is my 5 keys to this game. Let's go. Number 1, Derek Carr needs to step up. This game is going to be a big eye-opener for Derek Carr with no Amari Cooper. I know Amari Cooper hasn't been a big factor this year. He only had 2 great games, but other than that, Derek Carr has not been looking the same that he did at the beginning of the season. So Derek Carr needs to come back and step up, and with all the criticism that's coming Derek Carr's way, he's just got to go out there and just be himself and just ball out and show everybody he's still a great quarterback in this league. Ball out with the weapons that he does have in Jordy Nelson and Martavis Bryant, Jared Cook, and so on and so forth. Number 2, get Jared Cook in. So Jared Cook is one of our best targets on offense. He's a really great tight end. He has a lot of athleticism, and he's had a great season so far. These last couple games, these last 2 games, he hasn't really stepped up, but we know the potential that Derek Carr can have with Jared Cook. So if he can get Jared Cook involved in this game, hopefully get a touchdown, get one down deep, hit him on the seams, or find an opening in that defense, and getting Jared Cook a big game would really help us out a lot. Number 3, the run game has to be a big factor. Now there's no Marshawn Lynch. He's on IR. He's gonna be out for a while. So now we have Doug Martin and Jalen Richard. We gotta utilize these 2 and hopefully get the run game going. I know Doug Martin really hasn't shown a lot. He's had a little bit of flashes here and there, but Jalen Richard, who I believe will be a big benefactor out of this whole situation because he's a pass catcher and can run the ball real well. I'm hoping for a big game from these 2, especially Jalen Richard. Number 4, it's pass rush. Pass rush is gonna be a big key every single week, and I'm gonna throw it in every single week. So like I said, pass rush, we just gotta get to Andrew Luck. They don't have a really great offensive line, but if somebody can get to the quarterback and get a sack or put a lot of pressure on Andrew Luck, then it's gonna look like a really good game out there. So somebody go hit the quarterback, please. And number 5 is just win, baby. We need to win, so please, we gotta win.
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
So my MVP for this game, I have our captain, our leader, our quarterback, Derek Carr. Like I said, I'm hoping for a big game from Derek Carr in this game because he just gotta go out there and show out, show up, and prove them haters wrong. Show him why he should have been an MVP in 2016. That he can still win games. It doesn't matter who we have on our team. He can win games. Derek Carr, my MVP of the game. Last but not least, my predictions to this game. I've been talking about all of these and getting hyped about it, but unfortunately, I cannot give us the win. I don't know. The Raiders haven't proved enough for me to say they'll win the game, but I believe we'll put up a good fight and Derek Carr will look great, but we probably won't put it all together. I got the Colts winning 28 to the Raiders 21. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the score. I know it kind of sucks. I've been hyping us up this whole video, But I can't be biased and keep giving the Raiders win after win after win when we keep losing and losing and losing. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys' predictions. Drop it in the comments below and let your boy know. And that's about it, Raider Nation. If this is the first time you watching this video, like I always say, hit that subscribe box and hit that notification box icon right next to it just to notify you guys when I upload a video like this. And if you're on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, hit one of these links up. Most likely it's your boy at Simone Raider. So just go and do that. Yeah, that's about it. Your boy Simone Raider is